Hi, I'm Tyler. This is Paul. He is our plumbing field supervisor, and he also does our training and a lot of other things for us. He's been with us for about 14 and a half years. And we're just going to talk a little bit about your home's plumbing, things that you should know being a homeowner, as well as pretty much anything that comes up while we're talking here. In your experience, Paul, what is the most common issue that you probably see? I would put my guess as being like a clogged drain or something like that.
Well, and it can correlate with what normally causes issues in the home. Toilets are one of the fixtures that break down the most. There's a lot that goes wrong with them. They're clearly abused all the time.
Right.
And then a lot of times they sit dormant for a while if you have multiple bathrooms, and it's actually harder on them when they're not used than it is when they're used on a regular basis.
Okay.
So most or many of our calls are related to toilet issues.
Okay. So when it comes to toilets, is there anything like a homeowner can do to like make their toilet last as long as possible?
Well, maintenance is always a big thing. Making sure that the toilet gets flushed after every use is going to make it last a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
Because folks and when I was a kid growing up, people were very conscious about water saving. All right, we didn't have the water saver toilets yet,
Right.
so they wouldn't flush it unless, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Yeah.
The problem with that concept is that when you leave that urine in there, the minerals in that urine build up very badly.
Mm-hmm.
Not just where you can see, but where you can't see, and it causes a restriction on the water flow.
Okay.
And consequently, it can destroy a toilet.
Oh wow. Okay. So pretty much just flush your toilets regularly if you're not using them, and flush it every time.
Yeah.
That's probably what you need to do.
And clearly keeping, taking the tank lid off and just inspecting the components to make sure that things aren't getting rotted or rusted or warped.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of rubber components in there that are immersed in water all the time, and they wear out. So sometimes, depending on water quality, very quickly.
Okay. And we're talking about common home plumbing issues. So toilets are a huge one. Is there anything else?
Well, it depends on, a lot of it depends on the age of the house.
Right.
And how many people are in it, quite frankly. Because you mentioned drains earlier. Clearly, if you've got a house that was built back in the 60s or older,
Mm-hmm.
you typically have cast iron or lead or galvanized steel piping for your drains. They rust out, they scale up inside, they catch debris, they clog up real badly, and sometimes it doesn't clog up until it's gotten so bad that you can't even run a cable through it and do any good. That replacement and updating that pipe, which long term is always the best solution, but sometimes cabling isn't even a viable option.
Oh wow. Is it just because the minerals from using the water all the time just build up over time, or?
Well, in the drain lines, it's not so much about the minerals, because the minerals generally don't build up a lot unless the water just sitting dormant in the pipe like it does a water line or a toilet bowl or a toilet tank. In a drain line, it's more about what's going down that drain.
Okay.
You've got soap, shaving cream, makeup, if you're in bathrooms, in the kitchen, the disposal, you're cooking. Some folks don't think about grease pouring it down the line.
You definitely shouldn't be doing.
It's liquid when it went down,
That's
but guess what? It hits that drain line, it turns to a solid pretty quick.
Right.
And it's a very tough thing to get out of your drains once it's in there.
Thank you very much for talking to us
My
today,
pleasure.
Paul. We definitely appreciate it, and we hope to see you next time.
I'll be around, thank you.
Bob Hamilton Plumbing, heating and AC. Call 888-4POB. Remember 913.